What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zayvon Law Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and y'all, the Lakers need to sign DeMar DeRozan. Let me repeat, the Lakers need to sign DeMar DeRozan. And I know some of y'all gonna say, "Well, Zay, he's not a great fit next to LeBron and AD, and he's going to be 35 years old in August." And y'all, I understand all that, but DeMar DeRozan is still a talented player. He's still one of the best scorers in the NBA. You look at his numbers this past year for the Bulls. He averaged 24 points, 4.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and he shot 48% from the floor. I mean, if the Lakers are able to get DeMar DeRozan for that $12.9 million exception, y'all, and he's a guy that gives you anywhere from 22 to 25 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. I mean, it's an absolute steal. You have to do that. I get it. He's not a great fit next to LeBron AD because he's not a three-point shooter. But, y'all, I think the Lakers, we have enough three-point shooting as is. We have Austin Reeves. We have LeBron. We have Rui. We have Max Christie. I think Bronny's going to be a good three-point shooter for us. We have Gabe Vincent. Hopefully, he will be a better three-point shooter for us. We have a ton of three-point shooters to where I think having DeMar DeRozan on our team, it will not hinder our offense at all. I know some people like, well, all the spacing would be horrible. But, y'all, we already have a ton of three-point shooters. We cannot pass up the opportunity to add a guy of DeMar DeRozan's ability, y'all. A guy that will come in, be a bucket getter, and he can also hit big shots for us. Right now, the only closers we have on this team is LeBron and AD. And we know we can't always trust AD, so most of the time it's just LeBron. He's the closer on this team. But if you get DeMar DeRozan can close games for you. He can allow LeBron to play off the ball. And, y'all, that's what we want to do. We want to allow LeBron to play off the ball. We want LeBron to be fresh come the playoff time because we're thinking about winning another championship. We don't really care about the regular season. We know we got to win games in the regular season to go to the playoffs and have a high enough seed so that way we can avoid the play-in tournament. But our ultimate goal, y'all, is get to the NBA Finals and win it. So we need to keep LeBron fresh. DeMar DeRozan would allow LeBron, again, to play off the ball because DeMar can have the ball in his hands, and he's a secondary playmaker as well. DeMar DeRozan is not just a scorer. I just read y'all his stats, man. He averaged 5.3 assists per game last year for the Chicago Bulls. So he's a guy that can get his teammates involved. And I just think Rob Pelinka, listen, you missed out on Klay Thompson. That's fine because, honestly, y'all, I feel like DeMar DeRozan is a better player than Klay Thompson at this point. Obviously, Klay is a much better three-point shooter, but DeMar, he's a more versatile scorer. He's a better rebounder, and he's a better passer. And I just think he does more things at this point than Klay Thompson does. Because at one point, you can make a case that Klay was a better player because he's a better defender. But at this point, y'all, I definitely think DeMar DeRozan is a better player because, again, he's just a more all-around complete player at this point in their careers. And so I think for Rob Pelinka, he cannot be disappointed that DeMar DeRozan is his best option because DeMar DeRozan is just a better player than Klay Thompson. And so I think, y'all, the Lakers, we need to try to find a way to get this done because here's the thing. I know we're talking about potentially maybe trading for Cam Johnson or Jeremy Grant or Larry Marketing, but first you need to sign DeMar DeRozan to that $12.9 million exception. Now, I know it would be a steep pay cut for him, y'all, because last year he made $30 million, so he would be basically making $17 million less, right? Because 12.9, let's just round up and say that's 13, y'all. So he be making $13 million, again, compared to last year, he made $30 million. But I think for DeMar DeRozan, he would be okay with taking a pay cut because this is the guy, y'all, that 3 years ago, he wanted to join the Lakers, but they decided to trade for Russell Westbrook. Remember, DeMar DeRozan said, I thought it was a done deal. I was ready to play with LeBron and AD. Well, I'm pretty sure, y'all, he would still love to play with them 3 years later. And remember, DeMar DeRozan is a LA kid, and he stated before how he would love to come back home and play for his hometown team. And so I just think DeMar DeRozan will be willing to take a pay cut because he knows, hey, I get to play with my boys, LeBron and AD. We would have a chance to do something special. Y'all, DeMar DeRozan has really not done anything serious in the playoffs since 2018. I know the Bulls made the playoffs in 2022, but they got, beat in 5 games to the Milwaukee Bucks. The last time DeMar DeRozan really made a serious deep playoff run, y'all, again, was in 2018. He is going to be 35 years old in August. I know DeMar DeRozan, he's ready to try to win the NBA championship. He got close a couple times with Toronto Raptors, but LeBron stopped him. So this time around, y'all, he would be joining forces with LeBron, trying to help LeBron win another championship while also trying to get himself his first NBA championship. So I just think he would be on board with taking this pay cut because he knows it would be for the greater good of the team. And, y'all, he would still be able to put up his numbers. It's not like if DeMar DeRozan joins the Lakers, all of a sudden he would be a guy that can only average like 16, 17 points. No, LeBron is a very unselfish player. AD's an unselfish player. They would say, hey, DeMar, do your thing, man, because we actually want you to do your thing. And, y'all, this would create a big three of DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. And, y'all, this would allow Austin Reeves to now be our fourth best player. Okay, that's a great problem to have. If Austin Reeves is your fourth best player, that means that your third player must be a really great player. Because Austin Reeves is a really good player. DeMar DeRozan is a really great player. So now Austin Reeves, y'all, he should be able to really eat. Because if you have LeBron, AD, and DeMar DeRozan, teams are going to be so focused on them that they're not really going to care about Austin Reeves. So Austin Reeves should put up career numbers if we were to sign DeMar DeRozan. Again, y'all, the Lakers need to get this done, okay? Because it just makes too much sense. We have missed out on basically every other big name free agent. I know they were, reports out there, y'all, that LeBron was willing to take a pay cut for Klay Thompson, obviously, for James Harden, for Giannis Valanciunas. All those guys are gone. DeMar DeRozan is the best option out there. And he's not just the best option by default, y'all. I mean, he's actually still a great player, a guy that, again, has just been able to produce at a very high level for a very long time. And even as he's aging, he still shows you, hey, I'm still that same DeMar DeRozan from like 2015, 16, 17, and 18. So I think Rob Pelinka, he needs to be in contact with DeMar DeRozan agent, y'all. I think he needs to get this done today, okay? I would really love to see us sign DeMar DeRozan today. But again, y'all, if the Lakers sign DeMar DeRozan, we would not be championship contenders. But if we sign DeMar DeRozan plus trade for a Larry Markkinen, a Cam Johnson, or Jeremy Grant, we would then become championship contenders. But y'all, DeMar DeRozan definitely would help us better than anybody else on this team right now, right? Because let's be honest, outside of LeBron, AD, and Austin Reeves, who else is really going to help us win the NBA championship, y'all? We don't have that guy. DeMar DeRozan could be that guy. So there you have it, man. That is another episode of the Zabin Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, laughter is good medicine, so make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.